All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew 876 on this beautiful Wednesday evening. It is Free Content Wednesday. Tonight, we're going to be talking about my brother from another mother. Yeah, we're talking about IRA, or otherwise, you guys know him as the IRA. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'll just call him IRA. We good like that. And maybe his cousin ROTH. We'll just see. We'll see if they come over.
That's right.
But we're going to be talking about the IRA. It's going to be a good night. We're going to have free content. That's right, free content. And we'll have up there on the screen where you can get the paid, because we go into great detail. But tonight, it is going to be like C's candy, and you're going to get a free truffle worth of knowledge. So we're going to kick this thing off by saying, hello, my name is Andy. I am the guy that answers all the phone calls, text messages, and apparently is making up puns galore over here. But you're not here for any of that. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice and walk into those houses and say, you know what? You want to meet my cousin IRA? Yeah. IRA lowers those tax liabilities. That's what's up. So anyways, this is the season to get that done. And we are going to have a good one tonight. And I'm glad you all chose to be here, because you could have been anywhere else, but you decided to be here because you want to be consistent. And as you guys know, I got 3 things that always can get this thing done. What are they, Brandy?
Decide,
Commit,
and stay consistent. I have it on my phone.
That's it. Make a decision, commit to it, and just be consistent.
That's right.
And right now you're being consistent and you're sticking to the plan. We had a lot of great passers this last weekend, and we need to keep the ball rolling. Momentum is awesome. We want to grab it. You need to grab it. You need to get on the train and get these pass notices. And if you want to get onto it, tomorrow is the great day. We're going to have something special for all the members. I'm going to put that up on the screen. But we have our academy. We've got our 21-day plan. We've got a guided program, a self-guided program. We cover it all. We got live sessions. We got techniques. We got Saturday reviews. We got the free that we do here. We got study guides. We got it all. We even got a Kona Discord. And that Discord is our Kona community. And I want to say this right now. I'm going to give a shout out to my man, Tim. Tim, he's on here on the Zoom. And the beautiful lady, Jonna, they want to put together a study group. They want to do some study groups over there on the Kona community. Hit them up over there on the Discord, or maybe see if you guys can connect on the Discord on the community. They want to do some studying, and they want to put some groups together. We got VC channels over there. Yep, that's video channels, where you guys can do like a Zoom on that Discord. And if Brandy's available, maybe she'll jump on there and help out. But that's how you do. Guys, people have gotten pass notices by just simply tutoring each other.
Yeah.
Just by simply studying together, hearing each other out. You might be thinking too much, and you might need somebody like Miss Jonna going, hey, you're thinking too much, right? Or you need a Tim and saying, I don't know why I second guess myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or someone to point out and keep count and go, why don't you know? If you would have just clicked it, you would have had a better score. Right. Sometimes we just don't know how smart we are. We don't give ourselves enough credit, and we miss the obvious sometimes, and we don't like notice what we're doing. So it's great to have that. So if you want to join in the study group over there, hit them up. They're trying to look for people to join their SIE study groups. If you're not studying for the SIE and you want to start one for the Series 6, you can do that too. Like, I know Michelle put her finger up. She's like, I want to get on a study group. She's probably joining on the SIE, but you know what? You can join a 6, do a whole 6 one over there if you want. You can start your own. Join up with each other. Link up. Make sure that you guys get in there and just make it happen. Just study, and then, make it fun. Especially as we head into the weekend, you want to definitely do that, right?
Yes. So
if you want to do any of this stuff, guys, scan the QR code, hit the links. I got my how to join Discord over there, or you can join our Discord server over there on that QR code in the link. You just got to click on it. And if you don't have the Discord app, download it. It will instruct you how to do that. But more importantly, it'll get you to our special study group. Yeah. So, check that out. Scan the QR code, hit the links in the chat. Join us also on Instagram. Check out the Telegram. You got 951-290-3077. That's the phone number. You phone call, text. You can get me over there. All right. And then tomorrow we got a special thing going on. So our normal, we have the Kona Academy starting off the morning. So that's at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. And then right after that, we have the Series 6 starting at 11:30 a.m. Pacific. And then at 1 o'clock for the first time, and go ahead and go to the next one.
That's all I have.
Oh, you didn't do it?
No.
Oh, And then at 1 o'clock, at 1 o'clock, you could go ahead and you can join if you're a member. It doesn't matter what exam. All exams are in this one. All exams code, the one we use on Mondays. Use that Zoom code. Join in at 1 o'clock. Brandy is going to do a test taking techniques workshop. That means we're going to go back. You're going to go back to the basics of it all, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're doing. All exams, techniques, workshop, join in. It's part of your you're paying for it anyway. 1 o'clock. I don't know if we're gonna be recording it. And the only reason I say I don't know if we're gonna record it because when I record things, I feel like a lot of people don't show up. They go, I'll just catch it later. And then do you know what happens later? They don't do it. They actually don't watch it. I know it's crazy. I'll have to give it some thought. So if you have the time, be there. It's way better live. And then you can ask questions.
Yes.
So 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Mountain, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. in the East. Be there, right?
Or be square.
Or it'd be like the Mickey Thompson one. You pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge. Anyways, that was back in the day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Mickey Thompson racing. Right.
Yes.
All right, so that's what's going on tomorrow.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Let's go. So it is Wednesday. It is free content Wednesday. Like I said, we are going to be talking about my homie, my friend, your brother. It's if you haven't made friends with him yet, you're gonna especially when you get fully licensed and you're able to do business, you're gonna meet IRA and Roth, his cousin. Because I'm just gonna say this right now, they are going to be your friends. They are one of the strongest things and securities that are out there that can apply to a lot of people and help them lower those tax liabilities. And we're going to talk about all the things that is tested on tonight as it pertains to that, right?
Yep.
And you might dip into some other stuff, but tonight we're going to give you a little free. Like I said, we go into this stuff a lot more extensively in our programs. So if you like it, go ahead and scan the QR codes. And if you're joining us on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and get those notifications and join us.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brandy.
That's really cool. Question mark.
Congratulations on that question mark. Small victories, guys. You got to always celebrate and recognize your small victories.
Yes. All right, guys. So why are, we hear about the IRAs, we hear about the Roth IRA, we hear about all these things, right? Why are they so popular? What the heck is going on with these things, right? Well, let's break it down simply, right? An IRA is called an individual. So not joints, yours, retirement account. So sometimes you guys will see quiz questions that will say, what is not a security? And then the answer is an IRA. You want to know why?
Why?
Because it's an account, guys. It's just a little basket. It's just an account. So that's why it's not a security.
Individual retirement account.
Yes. Now, we have a saying here at Kona.
So let's just say, so what you're saying is IRA.
Yes.
IRA. Yep. Individual retirement account is just a fancy word for, or let's just simplify it into a bucket. And that's what an account is. It's just a holding place for a grouping of securities.
Yeah, that's it.
But the actual box,
correct,
basket,
yes,
box, whatever you want to call it,
yeah,
is not a securities.
Correct.
It's like your, when you go to the grocery store, the bag is IRA.
Yes.
The things in it is your groceries.
Yes. Exactly.
All right. I think they got it, right?
I think so.
I just want to simplify it to the most basics.
Yes. Now these IRAs are tax deferred. By what that term implies.
Oh, I know deferred.
What?
Pay later.
Later. Taxed.
Student loans taught me that.
On withdrawal.
I'm still struggling. Deferred.
Right? Withdrawal or distribution.
Sorry, that's bad advice.
Bad. Distribution.
I'm just being honest. Like a lot of us had to defer them till we were better in life.
That is true. Right? So tax deferred right, means later, on withdrawal, or distribution,
Right.
right? Withdrawal, distribution, same difference, right? So we have this little saying that we do at Kona that says tax deferred equals, let me do a darker color here. Tax deferred equals no capital gains, ordinary income only. Income only. Man, when you have to write each one of those letters, it goes a lot longer. Yes. So tax deferred equals no capital gains, ordinary income only. Because let's say I start one at the age of 20, right? It's called a retirement account. So when do you think I can access this? The age of 40? No. I start at the age of 20. I'm going to wait all the way until I'm 59 and a half.
Yeah, I mean, you want to put as much as you can in that basket, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You
So
know,
yeah, exactly. So I can start my withdrawals with no penalty.
it's like, what do I want to say? You know how like there's those preparers,
Mhm.
like they prepare for like, like there's some crazy ones that like prepare for like doomsdays, right? And they just fill that bunker with as much like different supplies and everything they need to have in there. And because there's going to be a day where they won't have that, and so they need to have all that stuff ready to be supplied to them so they can live out the rest of their days in their
Mhm.
little bunker.
Mhm.
It's kind of the same thing. Like you're just putting more and more and accumulating more and putting it in there for a later day when you need it.
Mhm.
So you want to stretch that out. So that's why you want to go as late as you possibly can. 59 and a half.
Yeah. That's when you can start 59 and a half, right?
Yeah.
Taking your withdrawal. Okay, so I'm kind of drawing something here. Dividends and interest. Okay. So what I'm drawing here is what happens is over the years, right? Over the years, we can put in an annual contribution. We're putting that into the IRA, right? I'm putting it, and we're going to talk about that contribution in a second, right? So I'm putting money in. With that money in, what it's doing is that it's going to buy securities to put into the account. So I put in 7,000 a year. That 7,000 a year goes towards buying securities for the accounts, right?
And you're just filling up that basket.
Yeah, exactly. And then over each year, quarterly, annually, those securities are going to pay dividends and interest to the accounts. Am I taxed on that?
Well, it goes to the account, right?
It goes to the account.
So I guess kind of no,
No, because why?
because I'm not the account.
And I'm getting taxed later.
I'm not actually touching it
Exactly.
at this moment
No, you're not touching it. We're not up at the
because we didn't say 59 and a half yet.
correct. I'm just receiving my investment income.
Does that make sense to y'all? Okay, good.
Okay. I haven't started even taking a withdrawal yet. So because this thing is not getting its annual income taxed, because of all those reasons, I am going to pay the higher of the capital gains or the ordinary income. So I'm going to pay the higher of the two, and that's ordinary income. So at the age of 59 and a half, when I start my monthly withdrawal, I'm going to get taxed as ordinary income. Okay. That's the visual to it. Okay.
Because it's just ordinary income coming in.
Yes. So to have an IRA, to open an IRA, right, you need earned income.
You got to be 18.
No, fun fact.
See, I had to throw that out there.
You can, under the age of 18, open what is called a minor IRA.
And if you want to know how to do that, because this comes up every single time we mention this, stay after the brew.
Yes.
Because we can really go off the rails on that subject.
Yes. I'm going to say this, right? Your firm has them. And guess what? Still can't access without penalties until
59 and a half.
yes.
Dang. How many of you wish you got an IRA started for you under the age of 18? Yeah.
So you know how like some 16-year-olds can start working? Maybe they're working for a family business, whatever. Open up the minor IRA.
Maybe they're working for a family business over there. Sorry, yelling at my kids right now.
Yeah. So they need to have earned income. And you can contribute 100% of income. People are going, what? Up to, and guys, this is the testable term, and indexed amounts because it changes every year.
Did you say testable?
This is the testable version. That's the definition and indexed amount.
So in other words, if you know something different from real world experiences or the office, you should ignore that
Yes.
because this is what you're tested on.
Yes. So let's talk about what that indexed amount is in 2024. For instance, in 2024, you can contribute $7,000 a year per individual.
And it's on the exam that way?
I don't know if you guys are going to see the 7,000, but you probably will see an indexed amount.
Because it does change, more than likely they will not have the exact.
I don't think
It has changed like a couple times recently.
yeah, it's changed pretty much every year for the last at least 9 years that I've been doing
So when
this.
things like change that frequently, it normally is not. I can't say for sure because the test is not compromised, but I'm just going to say more than likely it is not that way because it changes so often.
Right. And this is the official definition. If you guys look it up in the IRS website, that's what it is called. Okay. Indexed amount. All right. So you guys, as you can see in 2024, it's 7,000 per year per individual or 8,000 a year per individual age 50 or more. This is called a catch-up. Not ketchup like what you put on your fries, but ketchup, period.
So like I didn't get started at 16.
No.
I got started in my 40s.
Yeah.
And I got the extra grand because I need to catch up to where everybody else was doing it like, years before.
Correct.
So I can have more in my basket too.
Correct.
Got it.
Got it. Okay. So
It's the, hey guys, wait for me.
yeah. So you get to catch up, right? Wait for me. I'm gonna catch up, right? Okay. Now we have two different types of IRAs.
Mhm.
We have a traditional, which is on your exams, just an IRA. So if you guys on your exams, if you see the words IRA, see the letters IRA, it's traditional. Okay.
That's the default.
That's the default. Or we have the Roth IRA and they will specifically say it. Okay. They will say Roth. If they want you to know it's a Roth for the purposes of answering the question, they will tell you it's a Roth.
You don't have to guess.
No, you don't have to guess. No, you don't need to assume.
An IRA, just IRA put on there, you can assume it's a traditional.
Yes, you can. You can't assume much, but you can assume this one.
So make sure that you know that.
Yeah. So why are they so popular during this time of year? Because these things are what we call tax deductible.
Woohoo!
So not only are they tax deferred, but they're also tax deductible, which means contributions. So that 7,000 that you're putting in may be deducted from your taxes
And that's a win.
up to certain income limits.
Oh.
You usually have to be making like 200 grand.
Oh. There you go.
Up from taxes up to certain income limits. And that changes almost annually as well. Somebody asked me one time, do you have these things memorized? No, bro, I just Google it. Well, do you have a fancy brochure that has all this information in it? Yeah, but then that means next year I have to get a new one. I just Google it. It has the most up-to-date information.
Yeah, one would say you can even just ask your phone. You don't even have to put in the keys. You can just literally just say, hey.
But this is not a tax test.
It's not.
So most of the time you just say this, refer to your tax person.
Correct.
Okay. Tax deductible. Because these are going to be subject to the required minimum distribution that the IRS makes you do.
I have a question on the income limit. I know we've already passed that, but let's say, is it per individual or what if you're married?
It all depends on how you file your taxes. Great question. If you filed,
You're welcome.
If you filed married, head of household, single, married, joint, married, separate, it all just depends on how you file.
There you go. It's almost like I have 876 episodes that I've sat here and probably I already know the questions that people may have.
Yes. This RMD, required minimum distributions, are set by the IRS, and they start at age 73, which has also changed twice since I started teaching. Fun fact, it used to be 70 and a half, then it was 72, and now it's 73.
It's going higher and higher.
And in 2025 or 2026, they're changing it to the age of 70. It's not going to be 60.
By the time we get there, it'd be like 80.
Yeah. I'll start. Okay. And then what was the other thing I wanted to include? That's it. Okay. All right. So that's the traditional IRA. Now, what's so fancy about the Roth? That's a great question. In the chat, it was the penalty. I'll get to the penalty in a second. Well, no, I'll do the penalty now. Penalty for not taking RMD starting in 2024. RMD, 25% of amount not taken.
My parents are obsessed with this.
Of amount not taken and your tax bracket or your ordinary income on whole amount. So, I don't know if that's actually tested because there's one quiz question in Kaplan.
Don't know.
Don't know, but
usually you gotta just keep it a simple concept.
Yeah, ordinary income on full amount. There you go. I skipped like so many words right there. Okay.
Test topic alert. Someone put that in the chat. I didn't say it because I'm pointing it out. Someone put it in the chat. It's a test topic alert.
Hey, Kaplan tells us if it's test topics. I'll zoom out at the end. All right.
I just don't want to get busted by the man, you know?
No, I don't. Okay. So Roth IRAs are tax-free on distribution if the individual is 59 and a half and
good looking.
The account is open for 5 years.
Oh, I guess that makes it more fair.
Yes. So that means that if you start a Roth IRA for a 58-year-old, they cannot take withdrawals tax-free until age 63.
Oh, 63. Because it got to be in there for 5 years.
And.
There you go. That's an and.
And.
Means both.
Both have got to be there.
That means los dos.
Yeah.
For my Spanish speakers.
Yes. These are subject to income limits. So if you make too much, you can't contribute. Like that. If you make too much, you can't contribute.
Si habla español.
And this is not subject to RMDs.
Because you already pay tax on it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to zoom out while you guys are copying this down. See, the IRS thinks, hey, if I get to tax your money, I want to tax your money before you die. So we're going to make you at the age of 73 take out anything that we can tax. Your IRAs, your annuities, your 401ks, 403bs, pension plans. You got to start taking those withdrawals so that we can tax you before you die. Morbid, right? But the Roth IRA, they can't tax you on it if you meet the qualifications of 59 and a half and had the account open for 5 years. So because they can't tax you on it, they couldn't care less if you take it or not.
Well, if we can't tax you on it, I don't really give a rip.
I don't give a rip because
it doesn't benefit me.
Exactly. Does that make sense, guys? And if I know that was pretty morbid to say, but honestly,
give it to your family. They can fight over it.
Exactly.
That's how they feel.
Exactly. Let them deal with it.
Yeah.
Now, Huge factor here, and then we'll end with this. You get a 10% penalty for early withdrawal. That is under the age of 59.
But it's my money. Why are you penalizing me?
Because you're not following the rules of 59.5. If I'm gonna defer this, I'm gonna put a rule on it, right?
It's a contract.
Makes sense? So 10% penalty early withdrawal. Exceptions to it is this: death, disability, and a first-time home buyer. First-time home buyer.
And this is for the Roth.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Up to $10K per individual. There's a quiz question. I have to say this. There's a quiz question. It's hilarious. Alice and Fred would like to buy a houseboat. They're recently married and they would like to buy a houseboat. Basically the question ends up being, can Alice take out 10,000 in her IRA and Fred take out his 10,000 in his IRA so that they could put $20,000 down on their houseboat?
I'm gonna guess no.
Why not?
Well, because it's a houseboat.
It's a permanent residence.
It's not their. Is it their first time?
It's their first time.
Because it's 10.
Because you guys got to remember, these are individual retirement accounts, which and you can do a first-time home buyer, and as long as they're married, you could take out 10 in hers and 10 in his. Because they don't put the rules that it's households, but they each can take out 10,000.
$10,000 each. But if they only have one account,
they can't have one account. Why? Because an individual retirement account can't be a joint account. Guys, one thing that I know for sure, you cannot have an official tax.
See, guys, I told you I would say all the dumb things that you might think or were thinking. See, I do it for you.
Your employer plans, your 401ks, those can never be joints. See, because you earned the income, it's your retirement. Your IRAs cannot be joints. Your qualified annuities cannot be joints.
Look, I only say this because Brandy, at least, I don't know how many times a year, but at least 5 times every year, someone will say, can we have a joint IRA? And she's all, let me explain what the IRA stands for. It's individual.
What? Let me just tell you what the I stands.
The things on red in the screen are for both the IRA and the Roth IRA.
Yes.
What we just said applies to both the IRA and the Roth IRA. And this is testable. This is how they want you to know it for the test.
Yeah.
And like I said, everything that we just put on the screen, if you know something that's differently or done differently in your office, or you heard differently in the news or whatever, ignore that, because we are studying for a test right now.
Yes, this is the testable version of this content.
Yes, testable. And if you want to talk about things that are not tested on and you want to like ask some questions, we'll be on after the brew and we can go into that. Before we end, I want to say prayers for Olympia and her family. They're going through some stuff right now. They need your prayers. They need your prayers of comfort. They are going through a stressful time right now. So please give your prayers to Olympia. And I want to say a special thank you to Cece. I got a lovely card. She sends her condolences for all the things I'm going through right now. I appreciate that. All right. With that being said, we got the Kona Academy tomorrow. We've got the special members, all members techniques workshop. Check your emails. They are already out. 2 separate emails. If you are in the academy, you got another one also for the reminder. That way you guys all have the reminder. And I want to say we'll be back tomorrow night for the Studying Brew.
Yes.
We're going to do some content. We're going to do some techniques. But I know one thing for sure. It's all going to be free, and it's going to be at the same time, same bat channel. So stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Keep the content to surface level keywords. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.